Hello and welcome to episode 29 of Series 2 of Become a Legend story mode. So the last episode wasn't a great one, was it? You can see Seamus Coleman there, head in hands, after the 4-2 defeat to Swansea after going 2 goals up. It was a capitulation of the likes you will very rarely see. And we're now in 9th with Swansea on the same points as us, which makes it slightly better, but not much better. I think it's fair to say that that performance was the nail in the coffin for Gabby. He's putting his all in up front, on his own most of the time, scoring the goals, but the backup's just not there. The rest of the team around him just isn't good enough. And with the way he's playing, you know that there would be big teams in for him. So a lot of you are quite a big fan of us going to Atletico Madrid. I like that as well. One that we hadn't really thought of, but a lot of you have also mentioned is Monaco. Let's take a look at them, see how their game plan's looking. They're playing 2 up top. We could definitely play there alongside Falcao. And then you've got Fabinho there. They seem to have sold Lamar, though. They've got Balde. I mean, it's quite a strong team, but it's not incredible. They bought Kolasinac, that's interesting. They've got a good, strong back line. Great keeper, obviously. Tielemans in the centre. But it's really not the team they used to be, is it? What I think we should do is, because I really do want to get that golden boot. I think Gabby deserves it with his performances. So let's go and remind ourselves what the Premier League is looking like. Who would we go to win the Premier League, maybe, and also get the golden boot? Well, it's got to be one of either City, United or Chelsea. And some of you mentioned Chelsea. Let's go and take a look at Chelsea, actually. Let's see. How do they line up? Obviously, they've got Morata, probably, still. I don't know if they've made any centre-forward signings. They're playing in this weird formation as well, same as Arsenal. They've got Batshuayi, they've still got Diego Costa. That might be a risky one. They've signed Mo Salah as well. Wow. I mean, I think we might struggle to get in this side. That's the problem. So, as you can see, again, I really don't know what to do. So, I don't know. Let's just get into the first game, shall we? Let's forget about transfers for now. We're still not going to make it into the window in this episode. So, we might as well just keep playing for Everton. Keep giving our all, which is what Gabby always does. We've got Girders behind us today. He's on a blue arrow. Hopefully, we can link up for the first time ever. Up against, they've signed Bailly. Interesting, but Yoshida's not getting any younger. Maybe we can run him around a bit. We've got Van Dijk still on the bench. That Van Dijk-Bailly combo would be great, but for some reason, Van Dijk not playing today. Forster in goal, obviously a great keeper. But yeah, I mean, we were in pretty good goal-scoring form, actually. 2-2 the last 2 games, so let's keep that going. I mean, obviously the other team that's been talked about is Arsenal, which for personal reasons I would love to see Gabby at. Maybe get him into that Champions League spot. It looks like maybe we would struggle to get a regular starting berth as a striker in any of the teams that are going for the Championship, basically, that are still in the running for the Premier League. And we want regular minutes because we want that golden boot before we maybe move to another league. As a lot of people have said, Brazilians often end up in La Liga, and that would be a nice place for Gabby to spend a good part of his career at a big club. But for now, yeah, still undecided. Gabby's agent is having a busy time. On the phone, I'm sure, a lot. But for Gabby now, all he needs to do is concentrate on his football and hopefully get Everton back in winning ways. Tadic, lovely ball out to Højbjerg. On this left-hand side, back to Ryan Bertrand. He'll put a ball in. Lamina at the near post. Tadic looks to get a shot in. It'll fall to Redmond. And they're off the mark straight away here. More comical defending from Everton. How did Redmond get to that? I mean, it was simple passing around, really. Nice build-up. Tadic's shot is blocked. I mean, Baines, you've got to put a foot in there, mate. Well, Gabby yet to touch the ball, and Southampton have already touched the back of our net. How often have we seen this? Balassi, lovely ball down the line into Coleman. Ball in, looking for Gabby. Oh, Bailly gets ahead of him. Oh, lovely ball in. Gabby tries to step back inside. Oh, good tackle from Bailly. Maybe we should have just put that the first time shot on the right foot. Oh, it's fallen to us. Hits it. Oh, good save, Forster. Once again, Gabby, right place, right time. He's got a lot of goals like that. Ball just falls to him and he's ready to react. Did well to hold off Yoshida, who went somewhere out of frame. And Forster got his long body down. Got the save in, but we have won a corner here. Gabby's got Bailly for attention. Oof, oh, bodies clattering together there. And I think that's out for an Everton throw. Lovely ball in. Gabby's there. Oh, Yoshida does enough. Out for another corner. Good spell of pressure here from Everton after going a goal behind. Gabby's got away from Bailly, and it's going to come to Gabby now, the header. Oh, it was always behind him. Difficult chance there. Out for another corner, though. No, we didn't get a touch to it. I thought we did. Gabby's made a great run here away from Bailly. Yes, come on. Gabby keeps his goal-scoring form going. Hottest boots in the league. That's what the papers are saying. I don't know why they say hot boots. I've never heard that before. There's a nice girder. Oh, that's a lovely girder. I think that's a 5x9 rolled steel. Beautiful. One of my... Oh, look. Oh, yeah, and Gabby's scored a good header. Away from Eric Bailly. Just lost him in the box. Lovely footwork. Fancy footwork to get away. And then Hot Boots scores with his head. Oh, hot head. Lovely hot... yeah, anyway. Come on. Come on, Everton. Højbjerg now comes forward. Barely any defence on him. Bertrand back inside to Tadic. Lovely ball. Redmond at the far post. How has he missed that? Charlie Austin. Everyone steps off. Let him get the shot. What is that? You are disgraces. All of you. A bunch of disgraces. What's the plural noun? What's the collective noun for a bunch of disgraces? I don't know. An Adam Johnson of disgraces. You lot are an Adam Johnson of disgraces. I need to work on that, but you get the idea. What are they doing? Just like, there you go, Charlie. You have a go. We'll just... No, honestly, have a go. Have a go. Have a go. He did have a go. Great goal. Oh, for God's sake. Gabby getting involved in play in the midfield. Loses out. Let's stick to striking, shall we? The ball on is perfect. Great run from Gabby. No! I mean, the potential for a ball was perfect there. Amazing run by Gabby finding the space. Balassi overhit that massively. So annoying. What a run that was. World-class movement. Once again, it's good movement from Gabby. And he's broken the offside trap here. Now into the box. He's got Bertrand with him. Steps back inside. Ryan Bertrand. Oh, look for the ball in. It's the wrong pass. Ah! Barkley now in the centre. Plays it wide. The ball is on. Gabby battling with Bailly. Bailly does well. Gabby puts a shoulder into him, does nothing. That barely made a dent on Eric Bailly. It's half nearly over here. Gabby's run himself into the ground in this one, trying to get into it. He's been making some excellent runs. Rarely is he ever found, though, by his teammates. Looking for the overlap of Baines. Finds it. Leighton Baines now. Ball into Gabby. Didn't really want it here. But we can try and make something of this. Ball out to Morales. Chips it in, looking for Balassi. Oof, Gabby gets a block on it. And then gets the header back. Lovely ball in from Morales. Gabby with the header. That was meant to be an incredible volley. But he decided to header it again. And yeah, well, we got the goal. And then they got back into it. The defending for both of the Southampton goals was ridiculous. Gabby's actually played really well. He's been making good runs. Intelligent runs. Winning the ball back. Putting himself about. Probably deserved another goal. I think there's one coming. I feel it. I can feel it in my bones. Here comes Klassen, the substitute. Morales. Gabby showing for it. Pushes it out to Baines. Back into Gabby. Steps inside of his man. With the left foot. Oh! Oh! That could have been it. Morales. Gets it. Oh, Yoshida. Great challenge. And then Gabby very late there. That was reckless. That was very reckless. And frustrated, I feel. Because I think he knows he should have scored that. That's probably a yellow card there for Gabby. Yes, it is. That's unfortunate. Redmond, lovely ball into Shane Long, the substitute, into the box. Couldn't quite work out what to do there. Redmond, though, still Southampton have the ball. We just can't get it back. Tadic, off the post. Oh, my God. Oh, we get it away, just about. Gabby wants the ball over the top. That's a good one. Gabby will... Oh, under pressure from Bailly. Nearly gets it. There's space in behind this defence. We just haven't quite managed to exploit it yet. Under pressure from Redmond. Just about finds the ball into Barkley. Now Klassen. Ball is on here. Gabby backheel to Barkley. One more. Klassen has a go. Good effort there from Klassen. Better build-up. Gabby involved. Some tight passing here in the centre. Good ball in from Coleman. Eyes in the back of his head to find Barkley. Laid it off. Good hit. Straight at Forster, though. Unfortunately, that could be us off now. No. Going to get another opportunity at a corner. Gabby's made a good run. He's there with the header. Whoa, Barkley's there. Great save by Forster. Again, stretching that huge frame. Getting it down on the floor so well. 74 minutes gone. Baines over this one again. Gabby, good run. He's up. Oh, headed away. Lovely ball in. Gabby pokes it straight at Forster. No! Oh, the chances of... They've been here. That was a great ball in from Balassi. Good run from Gabby. He pulled out to get away from the defence. Through the centre, let it fall straight at the keeper. I don't think we had time to take a touch. But if we had, maybe that would have been it. We've had 6 shots on target now. Gabby, run from far post, gets up with the header. Oh, Forster pushes it over the bar. We're pushing him here for this second goal. It was Gabby, with Yoshida kicking him in the face. Forster did well to put it over his own bar. Klassen now. Last chance here, very, very last chance for Everton. Gabby's so tired that he couldn't get that away. And there it is, another loss at Goodison for Everton. Another goal for Gabby, and a lot of chances, to be fair, for Gabby in this one. We were certainly to blame. There's 2 or 3 good chances in that second half that we should have been taking. 12 shots on target from Everton. I mean, it's a weird conundrum, isn't it, for Big Sam at the moment? They've got the highest scoring player in the Premier League, but often they're not scoring enough goals. I guess they're not really getting enough goals. There's no contribution from other players. If Gabby's not scoring and he's not taking all of his chances or enough to win the game, then they're just not going to win. When was the last time we saw another player score? I can't remember. Definitely not in the last 3 games. So, still in 9th. Oh, and we are now a dramatic 7 points away from that Europa League spot. And Arsenal are with us as well. That was a team that we considered going to. They are 11 points off Champions League now. They're having an absolute nightmare. I mean, Chelsea, I guess, would be an option, but they've got so much striking talent. I think we maybe just have to ignore the fact that these teams are going to have good strikers and just go in there and score goals and just make ourselves the best striker in the team. Either that or we stay at Everton. I think that's the only options. We want that golden boot. 24 goals and 25 appearances this season. You can't argue with that. Yeah, sure, we scored 4 in a couple of games, which has helped. But we've been consistent, which is what we haven't been up till now. So, after 2 losses in a row, we now go to West Ham, who are 7th in the league. They are flying high this season. Let's have a look at the side today. Well, we've got Barkley behind us. That normally bodes well. Morales on the right. We haven't played with him there in a while. Schneiderlin and Gay behind us. I mean, doesn't seem to really matter at the moment. West Ham have got a strong defence. They've got some suspect players playing in central midfield and on the left, 60 rated. They brought in Joe Gomez and Rob Holding. Interesting signings there from Bilic, who's still in the hot seat. Oh, we need a win massively here. We can't have 3 losses in a row. That would be unheard of for Everton this season, who've been all right, but just not quite good enough for that Europa League spot yet. Yeah, but still time. Still time. So we're here at the London Stadium. Gabby will be keen, I'm sure, to keep the goal scoring going. Despite Everton being so poor at the moment, Gabby has scored in his last 3. He'd be an excellent fantasy football pick, actually, thinking about it. I would definitely have him in my side. I'm sure he'd be pretty good value as well. No one expected this from him. Coming in as a flop. I mean, he was alright at Benfica, but a well-renowned flop. And now he's the top scorer in the league. Come on. So, 15 minutes in, and this has been an awful game here at the London Stadium. Neither side able to work anything. I think it's 0 shots so far from both sides. There's been mistakes. There's been howlers. There's been Andy Carroll. Oh, that is a good ball into Andy Carroll. He's going to get there, though, just as I started talking about him. And he's managed to get away from Coleman. Now out to ex-Everton Mo Bezic. And Arnautovic with an effort into the gloves of Robles. But this has been poor, as I said. Oh, that's a long, long throw. Gabby couldn't get to it. That's the sort of thing we've been looking at. That sort of poorness. It's not been a fun one. Oh, well read by Gabby. He'll get there. He's got Barkley with him. Looking for options. Lovely reverse ball into Balassi. Can he keep this moving? Could fall to Gabby here. Oh. Lovely ball into Balassi. Yannick Balassi. Oh, Joe Hart with the save. Gabby with the creative ball there. Off the outstep. They've got a chance to put a ball into Andy Carroll at the far post. So dangerous in that position, especially against the often calamitous Everton defence. But we get away with it that time. Gabby goes near post. Steps back inside of Ogbonna. Oh, the poach shot does go in from Gabby. Somehow got to that head of Ogbonna. Don't know if we'll get to see that again. It looked like he'd made a meal of that. I mean, he had made a meal of it. Tried to step back inside. Oh, somehow gets around Ogbonna. The shot was blocked. And that's us done here at the London Stadium in the first half. And it has been an awful game. We're yet to trouble Joe Hart properly. Andy Carroll's had a couple of poor-headed chances, but this has been an awful one. One to forget. West Ham now. Dokal puts it in. Andy Carroll's there with a header back to Arnautovic. Arnautovic will hit this one. Oh, that's a lovely finish. That is a lovely, lovely finish from Marko Arnautovic. He is a good goal scorer. There's no doubt about that. Andy Carroll unselfishly Headed it back to him and it was a good finish. Robles couldn't get close to it and we're behind here. Gabby lays it off to Schneidlin. Everton need to build something soon. Ball down the line looking for Gabby. I wanted that to feet really. Bono, that's an interesting clearance. Gabby clatters his man. Well, nothing wrong with that. It was a 50-50 ball. Arnautovic wins the free kick. That's soft. Gabby turns away from holding. Goes back inside of Arnautovic. Back heel into Schneidlin's a nice one. Want a ball into the box. Balassi. Oh, selfish. Gabby wants it over the top. It's not a bad ball. Hart's come out a long way. The header is unconvincing. The shot. Oh, you're kidding. Kevin, that's an open goal. You're an absolute disgrace. Well, Gabby's off. And thank fuck for that. I mean, I'm done. I want out. Transfer window opens in only a few days and we are gone. I can't stand this team anymore. And wow, that was a late one. 91st minute, and it is the substitute, Sandro Ramirez. Gets in behind the West Ham defence and finishes incredibly well. Off the post, did what Gabby couldn't. Salvaged a point here for Everton. With pretty much the last play of the game as well. Well, fine. Well done, Sandro. I mean, you're going to be the first choice striker in only a few days, so hopefully get used to scoring some goals because Everton are going to need you. I mean, we were awful. One shot on target. Gabby really couldn't get involved, but the whole team was poor. And now we drop 6 points away from West Ham. That would have been a really important win as well, just to keep us in touching distance of that Europa League spot. But there's still a long way to go in the season. I don't think it's totally impossible that we would finish there. But with only 5 wins, we've got the same amount of wins as 14th place Leicester. We've got 8 draws, the most in the league. That to me says goal scoring problems. But they do have the highest goal scorer. I don't get it. It's weird. So, 24 goals in 26 games. We're still only 22 years old. That blows my mind. He's so good already. So good. So here we go. We're into the transfer window now. So in the next episode, we're going to be able to get into this properly. Let's go and see if there's any transfer requests that we might want to put in. So we've got to be tempted by at least giving Chelsea a go. At least seeing if they'll take us. Obviously, we're up against, well, 2 strikers who are higher rated than we are. In Diego Costa and Alvaro Morata. But, I mean, it'd be great to play. Why are they playing Kante as an attacking midfielder? Fabregas isn't anyway. Let's forget about that. It's a weird formation. But I'm sure Salah and Hazard would be getting forward a lot. And, yeah, the quality of service from them would be nice. That would be nice. And then we'd definitely be in the running there. Would we get enough games? I don't know. Are there any teams playing with wingers? Oh, there we are. There's a team playing with wingers. And they've got Ibrahimovic up front and Lukaku and Rashford. We're not going to United. It's nice to know there are some teams playing with wingers. Man City. No, probably not Man City. And that only leaves Liverpool, which we can't do. We can't go across Liverpool to their rivals. Probably could get a game there as well. Really probably could. Firmino would be our only real competition. But they've sold a lot of players. They're definitely not the Liverpool they once were. And then obviously the really attractive option would be Atletico Madrid. Just to play with that midfield. Absolutely incredible midfield. I think we're better than Gamero. We're better than Torres. I mean, we should be partnering Griezmann in that side, and that would be incredible, wouldn't it, to be partnering Antoine Griezmann. I think this is the one we'll go for, really. But, do we try and get that golden boot? Where are we in terms of goals? We're top of the goals scored so far, along with Harry Kane. It's between Kane and Gabriel, definitely. I don't know what to do. Again, let me know in the comments. I'm just not sure. This is going to be a really tough choice. To be fair, I have no idea even if those sort of top teams would even take us. Sort of 4.5-star teams. I wouldn't mind going to Arsenal just for the fun of it. We can definitely play ahead of Welbeck. They've still got Sanchez. Still got Ozil. It's tempting. That is definitely tempting. I'll see you in a bit.